So this is extra large shirt. And this one is a small shirt. And they are almost the same size. I got this extra large shirt from here in China and this small size shirt in the States. It's ridiculous, right? Yes. So growing up, I was always told I'm a little bit chubby or big. Actually, chubby was part of my nickname. At first, it was okay, but I grew older and started feel that little bit negative connotation of being bigger or chubby. And when I went to college, my sister even asked me to lose some weight. And considered to other girls around me, I was a little bit big or chubby. So I could not defy it. That's what other people around me, they commonly agreed upon. Until one day I went to the States and people started telling me, oh, you're skinny or you're tiny. I was thrilled. And I enjoy changing my shirt size from extra large to small or M sometimes. And that's what made me start thinking why something that's considered as normal in one culture could be so different in another one. I have friends around me, some girls, like quite pretty girls, but they would try so hard to lose weight even though they were not overweighted at all. They even developed eating disorders. I also have friends around me, they would spend more than they can afford to buy a luxury brand in order to look good or successful. Also, I know some students, they would sacrifice their sleep or health just in order to achieve straight A's to get into prestigious universities. And things like those just made me think why sometimes people set such unrealistic expectations on themselves. And I started to Google the definition of social norms. The Wikipedia told me that social norms are actually some rules that commonly agreed upon by a group of people about what's considered as appropriate or acceptable. Most of the social norms are good or healthy. For example, I noticed here in Asian culture, like people would show respect to elderlies. Or in the American culture I have experienced, usually it's considered as appropriate after you being invited to a home, you would write a little thank you note card to the host. These are good. These social norms just promote kindness and just friendliness. But social norms can become limitations or unhealthy when people take it to the extreme, like what I have just mentioned. So don't take me wrong, I was there too. I was trying so hard to please the social norms. So I was born as a second girl in a family during the one-child policy time in China. So having a second child was illegal. As how I became legal, that's a whole other story. But anyway, so within our hometown little area, people even at that time, they knew that they could do nothing to determine a newborn baby's gender, but they would still expect my family, who had already had a girl, that the second baby should be a boy. Clearly I was not. So my birth, my existence was kind of out of the norm at that moment. Growing up, I was trying to prove that I was nothing less than a boy, or even better than a boy, which didn't work out that well. That's another story too. Anyway, so as I grew older, I went to school. I tried really hard to study. That worked for me a little bit. I became this good kid, but again, I was too talkative or too active, just not considered as what a normal girl would do. And even the good grades worked for me for a bit, but I was still a little bit out of the norm. And then as we entered teenage years and college, people started paying more attention to my outer appearance or what kind of family background I came from. That's when I started losing the battle. So as I have mentioned, I was a little bit large or a little bit big compared to other people around me. And also, in middle school, I started having this abnormal bone growth. Actually, it was a bone tumor growing in my cheekbone. And that's when I realized, well, I could do nothing to become the pretty girl anymore because there was nothing I could do. So for a long time, I had really low self-esteem. I lost my battle. And I realized there was nothing I could do. Not until I went to college and I met a group of friends. This group of friends, they came from another culture at that moment. And during college years, I enjoy learning English and enjoy how learning English could open a whole new world to me. And this group of friends, they just practice English with people in a little bookstore next to our campus. So I enjoy practicing English with them. And they invited me over for dinner to celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving. They just love on me. And I was thrilled. And also, I would share some of my struggles, and they would share their wisdom with me. And they seemed like they did not care about how I look. They did not care about what I have. But they just love me and care about me. So I was confused a little bit. I was like, can I pay you back? What can I do for you? You just, I don't understand it. But they told me this is called unconditional love. Means they are willing to love me no matter how I look, no matter what I do. But they just, because I'm another human being, they would like to just embrace me. So that has changed my whole world. That changed my whole world upside down. And from then, I did not care so much about my outward appearance or what I have, but I know that there's always this group of people that they would love and care about me. And that's when I started to realize, actually, it's acceptance that people are pursuing when they're trying to reach this unrealistic expectations. We are all human beings. We want to be accepted. And the cure, or how we can break through some of the unrealistic social norms or expectations, is actually unconditional love from someone, from somewhere. So after that, and years after, I learned the term unconditional positive regard from my psychology or counseling class. It's actually a psychotherapy technique that therapists use to help people with mental health issues. And many of the mental health issues actually originated from people trying so hard to reach some of the expectations in their lives. And as a school counselor, I have also seen the transformative power of unconditional love. I witnessed students, when they first came to school, they seemed so nervous and they even displayed some aggressive behaviors. But after the teachers or other adults, they pour love into this kid. They accept them as who they are. Then I see these kids being calm and friendly and even enjoy learning. So I see the power of unconditional love. I would like to challenge you today. I don't know if you have someone in your life who love you and accept you unconditionally, but I would like to challenge you today. Next time when you feel like you are not pretty enough or you are too big or too small, too short, too tall, or not smart enough or not strong enough, I hope you can extend that unconditional love to yourself. And also I would like to challenge you to love other people. Next time you see someone who seems out of the norm or not as cool as the society promotes, I challenge you to give that person your unconditional love and see how that could change a person's life. And everything starts from one person next to us, from one small community. Right? Thank you so much.